Hi everybody and welcome back to Whispers from the Moon Tarot. My name is Jamie and I'm going to be doing a reading today for Sagittarius. This is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Keep in mind that the timing is fluid. This could be a situation that you're going through now, or it could be a situation that has yet to unfold. Also, please take the messages that resonate and leave the messages that don't. This is a general reading, and I am reading for the collective of Sagittarius. If the messages resonate with you, please leave a comment down below and make sure you hit that like button. And if you would like to be updated on future messages, please hit that subscribe button. Today I'm going to be using a few different decks. I will be using the Pride Tarot to pull in overall energy. I'll be using the New Mythic Tarot to do the reading. And then I will be using the Rider-Waite to clarify if needed. And I will also be pulling an Oracle card at the end from the Whispers of Lord Ganesha. So why don't we just get right in Sagittarius and see what November has for you guys. What is going on with Sagittarius? Spirit for the month of November. What is going on with Sagittarius for the month of November, Spirit? What is going on with Sagittarius for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign, Spirit? What is going on with Sagittarius for the month of November? What is going on with Sagittarius for the month of November, Spirit? What is going on? Alright. So we have the Five of Pentacles. Depicted here on this deck, you can see that she is like leaving. She's leaving behind, and it looks like there are people in the background who are having an argument. You know, maybe it's they were arguing over this person who was leaving, and you know, maybe you guys could be deciding to leave a negative situation in the past that brought nothing but conflict, that brought nothing but heartache, and maybe realizing that you need to leave or drop this situation in order to go on for better. You know, no longer feeling like you are stuck in the middle. You know, Five of Pentacles normally talks about being left out in the cold. You know, maybe you have some people in your life who have been unagreeing on your life and on your choices. And maybe you're just tired of that conflict and just wanting to just, you know, move on to calmer waters. Wanting to leave behind feeling like you're not good enough in that situation. Alright, Spirit, what is going on with Sagittarius for the month of November, Spirit? What is going on with Sagittarius for the month of November? Somebody's definitely deciding to leave behind a situation where they definitely felt like they weren't good enough. Page of Swords. Definitely some communication. Some truth is definitely going to be revealed. Five of Wands, conflict. Ten of Swords. Ace of Pentacles, King of Swords, Four of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Energy at the bottom of the deck is the Sun card. The fact that on opposite ends we have two knights, and these two knights are completely opposite from each other. We have the Knight of Pentacles, who is slow moving and takes his time in order to build something stable. And then we have the Knight of Swords, who rushes in to come in and communicate truth. And that truth could be either way. The truth could be good or it could be bad, but somebody coming in to reveal the truth. We're starting it off here with this Page of Swords with a message, with some type of communication, with some type of truth that is going to be spoken. And I feel like it has to do in regards to conflict, and in regards to inner conflict here with the Five of Wands. feel like this conflict has left somebody, or maybe Sagittarius, you have felt like there was no ending to something. There was going to be no resolve. There was going to be no moving forward. You were going to be stuck in this situation where you maybe felt like you weren't good enough. This could be in a romantic relationship. It could be in a friendship. It could definitely be a relationship with family members. Could definitely be work here with the Pentacles. There's quite a bit of Pentacles here. But it's all about going after our happiness. You know, I feel like maybe in the past we were taking our time with something because we weren't sure. Maybe we were focused, maybe we were listening to other people. You know, deciding to ignore our gut and ignore our intuition and say, you know what, maybe you're right. Maybe we should play it safe. Maybe we should take our time. Maybe I should take my time in trying to build this. Even though you knew deep down inside here with this King of Swords that you knew it wasn't right for you. You know? And I feel like some Sagittarius, you've definitely had to take the time to heal. In regards to feeling like you were left out. Maybe you had to change your perspective. And realizing that you felt like you were left out because you left yourself out. Because you weren't staying true to yourself. Because you were letting impressions of other people. Letting impressions of other people guide your life. But I feel like here with this Page of Pentacles, in this Knight of Swords, you know, you see this Page of Pentacles, he's holding on to that pentacle. He's holding on to his wealth. He's holding on to his stability. And I feel like somebody is finally going to admit that to themselves, that they know what path they need to take on. You know, the card that comes after the Five of Pentacles is the Six of Pentacles. Talks about balance, equal give and take. Reciprocity. And maybe that's what you are admitting to yourself. Maybe that's the internal conflict. Maybe you have been too afraid to leave behind a situation in the past because you have taken your time and you have put effort into it. And maybe you don't want to leave that behind because of all the effort that you've put in. But I think you're realizing that you can't keep trying to grow and nourish something that is not in your highest interest, that you know deep down inside that is not for your highest interest. It's not for your highest purpose. It's not the path that you know that you should be on. And I feel like you are going to be taking some time this month in order to heal and relax and to get your cups in order, or to, you know, get your ducks in order. So that way you can move quickly towards what you want. And I think you, Sagittarius, have been in a place where maybe you don't know what you want. And that's okay. It is okay to not know what you want. And maybe in the month of November, you are going to take a pause, take a step back to heal, to look at every single possible scenario, to look at every road that you could possibly go down, and to make a judgment call that is best for your foundation, that is best for your stability. And I feel like you are going to be shining in your truth and going after it this month. Once you figure out the path that you want to be on, once you figure out that it's okay to leave behind conflict, to leave behind something that is not suiting me, to leave behind people who are not nurturing me, who are not thinking of my best interest, but thinking about their own, you will get this happiness here with the Sun card. And I feel like you're on the road to that. You just need to not feel so guilty in pursuing your dreams and in pursuing your happiness. I'm going to pull some clarifying cards here. Spirit. What is going on for Sagittarius, Spirit? Clarify this reading a little bit, Spirit. So we have the Four of Swords that just came out again. You know, maybe needing to heal from something that you worked on. Something that you thought was going to be prosperous. Something that you thought was going to lead to success, to happiness. But all it brought was conflict. It brought internal conflicts. Definitely going to be some healing that's going to be taking place this month, Spirit. I mean, Sagittarius. We have the Hierophant. We have the Eight of Swords. Definitely going to be some healing in regards to faith, and that deals with faith within yourself here with this Hierophant card. It's all about reconnecting with yourself, reconnecting with your faith, reconnecting with your purpose. You know, it's about making a commitment to yourself, seeing that you are going to be putting yourself first. That's a lot of cards. Yeah, and I felt like you were trapped here with this Eight of Swords. Somebody definitely felt like they were trapped. And maybe you guys felt like you were overwhelmed. And maybe afraid to leave this behind. Maybe afraid to admit. Maybe you're afraid of hurting other people. You know, maybe you don't want to hurt somebody else because this is not something for you. But at the end of the day, if you're staying in a situation where you know you are not happy, you are only doing more damage the longer you stay in it. For both people. It's like creating that false hope. We have the Three of Wands here. Wanting to take a new path. You know, venturing out. Seeing the horizon. Seeing all of your options. Maybe now you're at this point where you are able to see things clearly. And maybe you couldn't see things before because you were so conflicted. And maybe you weren't able to see things clearly because you were putting other people's needs before your own. You were seeing other people's needs first. But it's about putting yourself first this month, Sagittarius. It's about connecting with yourself, connecting with your higher power, connecting with your higher self in order to heal, in order to realize that in order for me to drop this conflict, in order for me to move on, in order for me to find happiness, I need to leave behind this person or this situation that I thought was going to fulfill me, that I thought was going to grow, that I thought was abundant. It may have looked abundant, it may have presented itself as stable, but maybe now you've learned the truth, and that's okay. You know, not every situation out there is for us. And sometimes we have to learn what we don't want in order for us to realize what we do want. King of Cups. Yeah, you've devoted a lot of time, energy, and emotion into whatever this situation is for you. I mean, take it how it resonates into your particular situation, guys. You know, maybe you realized this doesn't quite, you know, fill your cup as you thought it was going to. Like I said before, it looked nice, it presented nice. You know, the King of Cups he is super, super charming. Super charming. But that's all he has. Just his charm. Talks a lot of game. talks a big game. And maybe you realize that. It's all just talk. There is no action here. Or maybe there wasn't action in the past. Maybe you have been dealing with a person or a situation that has not been forthcoming with you, that has been slow moving. Maybe somebody that you are dealing with has taken their time and realized that maybe they made a mistake with leaving you behind. Maybe they were conflicted. Maybe people were in their ears telling them not to be with you for some reason or another. Maybe now they have taken their time to heal and to realize what they truly want and wanting to offer you a commitment. Wanting to offer you an apology. Because maybe they realized they were not on the right path. Maybe they realized that they left their happiness behind and their happiness was you. Page of Pentacles. There's definitely going to be a message in regards to stability, in regards to a foundation of some sort, in regards to something that is going to be prosperous. It is the beginning of something new. And I feel like it's this Knight of Pentacles from this past. And I know I just changed the story up for you guys. But I think like we finally, maybe we do have somebody here from your past who was conflicted, who was internally conflicted as to what direction they wanted to take, as to not knowing where their happiness was. Somebody who was caught listening to outside influences. And now they want to come in and rush and offer you a solid, fresh, stable new beginning here with the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like somebody here has definitely made a mistake. Whether it's you guys who you felt like you made a mistake being in a relationship and maybe realizing that this is not the relationship for you, or it could be somebody that you have been dealing with who realized that they made a mistake by leaving you behind. I want to pull one more card here. One more card, Spirit. What's going on with Sagittarius in November? One more card, Spirit. What is this? Judgment. The time is now to make a decision. It is time. Whether you are thinking about leaving a relationship, I'm just curious. Five of Swords. Walking away from all this conflict. Leaving behind. Whether you guys are in a relationship and you have known deep down inside that this isn't the relationship for you, and maybe I need to walk away from it. The time is now to make that decision. The time is now. It is time to make that decision. And if this is somebody who has, from your past that maybe left you, and you feel a strong tie, a strong connection to this person, they realize it now too. They are no longer conflicted with themselves. They are finally ready to go after their happiness. Judgment Day is here. Be prepared for a shakeup. Definitely be prepared for a shakeup. Be prepared for the truth to be delivered. And I don't need a Justice card here, but I feel like saying that the scales are going to be balanced. Once someone decides to make that commitment to leave behind the conflict and to pursue happiness. Alright guys, let's pull an oracle card here. Alright, Spirit. What other messages do we have for Sagittarius for the month of November, Spirit? What other messages do we have here? What other messages do we have here, Spirit? Whatever this is definitely going to lead to happiness. When somebody finally decides to stand in their truth, stand in their power, and to go after what makes them happy. Somebody who is not afraid. I feel like somebody here is finally not afraid to go after their happiness. No longer afraid to let its light shine. No longer holding it back. No longer keeping it secret. No longer keeping it secret. It's finally going to be revealed. It's going to come to the light. Something is definitely coming to light for you guys. And a call is definitely going to be made. Whether you guys have decided to leave behind a situation that is no longer suiting you and admitting to yourself that, hey, you know, this is not for me. And that's okay. And don't feel like you've wasted your time. Acceptance. Number 39. Don't feel like you've wasted your time. Because I'm a firm believer that you are always where you are meant to be. It's always, whatever situation you go into is always there for your betterment. There's always a lesson to learn. It's always for your highest good. Just because it wasn't for you doesn't mean that you did not learn valuable lessons. And if you were in a situation where somebody left you behind because they were too afraid to admit to themselves the truth, I feel like somebody's finally definitely coming into acceptance. Acceptance of realizing what road, what path that we need to be on. I actually want to read the message from the book in this card for you guys. So we have 39, acceptance. There is great freedom in accepting things as they are. You cannot move forward on your path until you release some of the blame, anger, and sorrow that you have collected on your life's journey. Ganesha is asking you to forgive those from the past who have hurt you and to be willing to forgive yourself too. Open your heart to the world outside and to be one within. This deeper state of recognition and acceptance is what pushes you forward in your spiritual adventure. Love without judgment and live without predetermined opinions. Accept and express your true self. The ego is beginning to align with the soul. What a relief. You don't have to control everything, fix everything, and know everything. If you have been only serious and tense, you now start to remember happiness. You may find that you can laugh at times instead of getting infuriated. Your contentment in life improves dramatically when you harness your ability to look at the world from a more spiritual perspective. The image of Ganesha holding the banana symbolizes humility and an awareness of not placing too much importance on your thoughts or beliefs in this situation. His pot belly signifies the bounty of nature. It is said that Ganesha consumes the sadness of the universe and protects the world. Learn to honor the values of others that may differ from your own. See the beauty of diversity. Once you see this beauty, it will open you to recognizing and accepting the beauty that resides within you. And that's what I have for you guys this month. Acceptance. That pretty much sums it up, guys. Have a good month, Sagittarius.